All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is I'm 40. I wasted my life. Don't make the same mistake. This is coming from the channel Dad Mode in Dark Mode. Let's check it out. Let's see where this video takes us, guys.
I'm 40
Okay.
and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. I'm pouring everything that I have into this channel because I've got nothing else. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't.
You don't have time, guys, at all.
I wish I had someone in my life when I was younger, someone who actually cared enough about me and was smart enough to show me how life really worked, how women really operated, and what I actually needed to focus on. I didn't have that. I was getting all of my ideas about love and success and women
From the internet?
from movies and
Okay.
idiots my own age.
Yeah, that's bad. That's yeah, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Like the best advice you're always going to generally get are from people who have kind of lived through life and they're kind of, on the later stage of their life to a certain extent here. Obviously, if you're talking to someone who was born in like the 1930s, their opinions are not going to be as, let's say, relevant as this guy's opinions are, because he obviously, he grew up in, he was in the 90s, if that makes any sense here, guys. He was there. He saw what life was back then, at least, right? I mean, it's closer to what we're experiencing now than someone that was born in the 30s, if you understand what I'm trying to point out here in terms of advice. So I do think that his advice would probably be some of the best advice you possibly can get here. And guys, again, make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. I will leave a link in the description, because since he wants to become a full-time content creator, go ahead and support him, guys. Absolutely. He seems honest and genuine here.
Who didn't know anything at all. So there was no sense of urgency, no perspective, just vibes and dumb plans and this fantasy that everything would somehow work itself out. And it didn't.
Yeah.
In my 20s, I thought I was, super deep and cool, and because I had tattoos and I knew some obscure bands and played drums, and I thought being different was a personality.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me, and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes, drinking lattes, and going to hardcore shows. I did more of that than I did doing anything that would help me long term. I mean, at 23, I was playing ding dong ditch with my friends.
Oh no.
Like I was 13 again, thinking it was hilarious, which it was.
Okay. Yeah, guys, it's very, very, very important that you, specifically if you're raising children and they're like teenagers, you have to make sure you tell them, hey, listen, bros, I get it. You want to be a kid. I remember being a teenager, but it's absolutely time to start buckling down and getting ready for your life. Okay. Like, it's very important to kind of teach them the ins and outs of finances, the economy, right? Like, just teach them the things that are very important. If you were in the United States of America, make sure they understand what a credit score is, and how to basically kind of coddle it, let's say, so you can kind of get what you want in the long run. Learn how to use other people's money than your own specific money. Like, learn all of the tips and tricks, let's say, in being successful and fruitful, so you actually have the ability to actually retire by the time you're like 50, 60, if you want to do that here. Because if you do not teach your kids this, they're gonna be playing ding dong ditch at 23. That's crazy to me, bro. I was out of I finished my master's at 21. Right, just so you understand what I'm saying here, because like my parents would never allow any of these things to kind of exist, let's say. So it's very important to make sure you teach your kids that life is real, kind of from the beginning of time, and they have to buckle down, bro.
But fun times. But I wasted so many hours just trying to get validation from people who didn't care if I lived or died. At the end of the day, I thought my life was meaningful because it looked cool in photos, looked cool on MySpace.
But
But,
MySpace.
all I was doing was burning through the most valuable years of my life. The years where I had the most energy, the most
Mm-hmm.
flexibility, and the most time to build something meaningful. Nobody told me I was wasting it. Nobody. And when the world sees you drifting, it doesn't intervene. It just keeps feeding you distraction after distraction, lie after lie, while profiting off of your blindness and
Oh,
ignorance.
nicely put, sir. Nicely put.
And then fast forward into my late 20s, um, you know, then I got into a relationship that wrecked my life. She got pregnant and everything changed. And I love my son. I would never undo that. But that relationship, it was a disaster. I did not know how to choose wisely at all. I confused chaos and passion and intensity with love
Yeah.
because no one ever taught me the difference.
Yeah.
I thought it was normal for things to be dramatic and unpredictable. I thought that meant we were meant to be or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the movies, bro. That's the movie. It's not real life, guys. You definitely should be chasing the concept of peace almost exclusively. Like, you should not be arguing consistently in your household. That is a toxic household.
But instead, I don't know what was going on, but instead I ended up in family court fighting for time with my own son, treated like an intruder and a criminal for wanting to be a father.
Yep, makes sense.
And then in my
Jeez.
30s, you know, I mean, my 30s weren't the best years of my life. You hear that a lot. Your 30s will be the best years of your life. 30s and 40s. 30s were a nightmare. I
Okay.
was broke. I was depressed. I was isolated, missing my son constantly, and dealing with games and lies and schemes my ex would pull to destroy the bond between me and my son. I wasn't just dealing with grief. I was dealing with a system that didn't care if I disappeared. And yeah, a few times in the midst of all that, tried to date again. I finally started to see what I'd been blind to in my 20s. I was no longer that 27-year-old stuck in a 500 days of summer mindset, falling for manic pixie dream girls, just because they liked the shins too.
Uh, I have no idea what you're
Now I
talking about.
saw the red flags clearly.
Okay.
Girls with baby rabies, daddy issues, manipulation, all of it. I could spot it instantly. I was like
Yeah.
a bloodhound for that kind of thing. It's
Right.
easy to detect now.
Well, yeah, it is. It is.
That's the part that stings the most.
Okay.
Now I'm 40. I hate my job. But it's not just that. I'm disillusioned by the world. Once you see how everything really works,
Mhm.
how broken it all is, you cannot unsee it.
Yeah, that's why I left the United States of America. Like, when I first left in 2015, I was just like, nah, guys, listen, the West is filling us with a whole bunch of nonsense. Like, it's making us basically have strong disdain for each other from different groups and things like that. It's just nonsense, bro. Like, when my eyes were completely open is when I started coming back to the United States of America after kind of being gone since 2015. This was in 2022. I started going back and forth between the United States of America and the south of Spain. Then I started to instantly see, like, wait a second, guys, we have some issues here. All right, let's just be completely honest here. We have some issues. And if you can't see it, I think it's time for you to go travel a little bit and then come back for a minute so you can understand how far gone some of us really are here. And this is not just about, like, say, women exclusively or men. Well, yeah, it's women and men. It's both of us, guys. It is. We have a problem in the United States of America. The women are basically drinking the Kool-Aid of whatever Margaret Sanger had written years ago, let's say, and the men are following at times some very toxic ideology, and then so now everyone is coming together, and then they strongly detest each other, and there's an issue here, guys. Right? We need to fix all of this, guys. All of this.
Everything feels fake. The economy is a scam. Inflation is gutting families. People are more isolated than ever before. No one's honest. No one's fulfilled.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And there's a deep apathy baked into everything now. That's why I'm here. This isn't a content hobby for me. This is me refusing to stay silent. This is me using what I have left to build something real, because the clock is ticking.
That's fair.
And also, you know, if I die before I can tell my son any of this, before he can know, I mean, he's almost 11, but I want my son to know that his dad didn't just give up, that I fought very hard and went through a lot,
Right.
and that I bled in silence. That I fought to stay in his life tooth and nail. I fought to become something that he could be proud of, and I fought against a system that was way bigger than myself, that tried to break me. And so this channel, Dad Mode and Dark Mode, is part of that fight. It's my record. It's my time capsule, my legacy. It's my proof that I didn't just drift off into silence and was just passive. And I hope one day, when he's ready, he'll understand all of this. And so, you know, if you're in your 20s right now and you're listening to this, stop thinking you've got unlimited time. Stop doing it. You don't have unlimited time. You think it's harmless to keep chasing women and wasting money and avoiding responsibility. But one day, you'll wake up and you'll realize you've got no leverage. You've got no power, absolutely no clarity, and no way to get those years back. One day you will wake up and you will be 40.
And then 50.
You will be stuck working a job that you hate with nothing to show for it except memories that don't even matter, that you constantly think about, and it leaves you with no air in your lungs. This pain, you know it. You know what that pain is when you think about, you know, what once was. But yet every hour you waste now is a debt you're going to have to pay later. You should be building something
right now.
Skills, discipline, financial stability, wisdom, a backbone. And if you don't know where to start, I wrote something for you. It's called Dark Mode Protocol. You can find the link in my channel description. I'll leave it in the video description as well. And it's not inspirational fluff. It's not a self-help book. It's a survival guide for men who are sick of being lied to
By society.
and want to start thinking clearly and acting with purpose. I'll go ahead and also whatever it is, I'll leave the link on the screen too to go read it.
Okay, guys. Like his story is not too far off from my specific story. I've had like when I was younger, I had kids with a woman. I thought everything was going to be absolutely amazing. You know, we stayed together for about 9 years. We had 2 children. She proceeded while I was away on business to get pregnant and have kids with, and have a kid by the guy who she cheated on me with while I was out of the country. Okay. She then, for the next decade after that, kept my kids completely away from me. Like anytime I would get close, like being able to actually do something, she'd basically hide them out of the country. This is the same woman. If you guys have followed my story enough, right? I mean, she tried to end my existence. Okay, this was she threw like antifreeze in my face. So to the point where I couldn't see, fell on the ground. She like handcuffed me to like a metal pipe and started drilling into the back of my skull. And yeah, that was the mother of my kids. Okay, rough times here. Okay. I get it, bro. Listen, you have to be very careful and cautious with the women that you specifically choose to engage with. I'm lucky my wife is nothing like this person or the woman that he was referring to in the first I guess his first kid. I'm glad that that didn't happen there, but it is very important to absolutely buckle down and start working on your finances. Okay, not everyone obviously has had parents that understood finances in a way, but the internet exists now, guys, and you can absolutely start learning at least what to do with this amount of money. I have $100. Where can I put that so it can kind of grow a little bit, right? If I have $10,000, I have $1,000. Where can I put that so it can grow and pay some type of dividends, right? Like, listen, there are so many things you can do here these days, in 2025 that um, it's almost wild that people are wasting their youth, right? Specifically 18 to 35, you're wasting it, bro. Right? You have more energy than you ever will have ever in your life, and you are wasting it on terrible women and bad choices. Okay, it's silly. All right, do better, guys. All right, listen, guys, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. I'm going to leave his link in the description. Make sure you guys check him out. He has a brand new channel. Hopefully, you guys will send me more from him. All right. In the meantime, I will catch you guys later. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe.